Welcome back to the Green Room. I'm Glenn Adams with Stephen P. Schwartz, reporting to you today from Hofstra University, the training practice home of the New York Jets.
The worst organization in all of pro sports. As you know, we just got into a fist fight with the security over at the flight crew, the new Jet cheerleading staff. My friend Glenn was in VIP while I'm huddled with the JET slaves of Jersey who run back and forth trying to get what is that, one of those VIP things that you have over here?
Today's a very special day at Jet Camp.
Brett Favre?
Brett Favre,
the real Favre?
The first day of Brett Favre arriving at Jet training camp.
Green Bay Packers?
And there are perhaps a record amount of people attending a Jet training camp day. There must be 5,000 or 6,000 people. And today is the first day of the next generation for the New York Jets on the road to perhaps the Super Bowl.
This is 40 years of embarrassment, and it's going to be another 42 years of embarrassment as this management crew and this team will mess it up. This organization is sanctioned to pitifulness for the next 40 years, trying to steal a legend from Green Bay Packers.
Let me ask you a question.
Do you have to?
I do. The Jets got Brett Favre.
Are you proud of yourself?
I am.
Are you proud of yourself?
I am. Let me ask you a question. Are the Jets better than they were 3 days ago when they didn't have Brett Favre?
The fall is going to be monumental. The fall is going to be monumental. I see the Jets losing 51-3 against the New England Patriots, second game of the season, and I see Chad Pennington 2-0 with the Miami Dolphins. Little Chad Pennington, you're going to be begging for Pennington back as Favre turns an ankle.
Suffice to say, this is a very exciting day for Jets and Jet fans alike.
Retire. Retire.
As they move on.
Retire.
To the playoffs in 2008, 2009.
I don't know which is worse, Brett Favre on the Jets or the new Jet cheerleaders called the Flight Crew.
Reporting from Jet Training Camp at Hofstra, New York, I'm Glenn Adams and Stephen P. Schwartz from the Green Room in Hofstra.
Yes. What a sham that is, huh? Let's talk about what a sham this organization is and what a sham it is to bring Brett Favre, who is a legend of Green Bay, taking one of the great ones away and putting him in the worst organization in all of football.
Maybe they were the worst organization. Maybe they're not anymore once they got Favre.
Joe Namath. Joe Namath. He swore. He guaranteed victory. And ever since then, for 35 years, 40 years, this organization has gone down, okay? He is the Bambino, okay? It's like Babe Ruth. Let me ask you something. Do you enjoy going over the Lincoln Tunnel, traveling all the way out to the Meadowlands, then you're gonna have to pay a licensing fee, and then on top of that, you know how the Jets treat you?
Yeah.
You know what they're gonna say to you?
What?
Have fun trying to get home, 4 hours trying to get home, back to beautiful Long Island. I have one thing, Woody, bring this team back to New York. You had Leon Hess, who is the richest owner in all of football, who has embarrassed this organization, totally embarrassed this organization, taking them to the newest of new lows, okay? Making them go all the way to New Jersey, all right? Money's no issue.
Let me ask you this.
Bring the team back to Long Island.
All right, well, let me ask you
Bring
this.
the team back to Long Island.
Okay.
Don't you hate going to Jersey? Doesn't this team belong in Long Island? New York's the real issue. What did they do? They put a Band-Aid. They gave you Brett Favre, but they told you got to travel all the way to Jersey. All right? They treat you like animals.
Brett Favre!
Hold on.
I hate this organization. The flight girls. Look at them. Running away from WVOX, MSG, and SMY. Not the Jets, not the Jets, not the Jets, but the organization that treat us like slaves, that take us to Jersey, all right, and make us, they don't even pay any taxes. I pay more taxes than this whole farce, phony organization.
Let's hear a J-E-T-S. Come on, show your love.
J-E-T-S. Suck.
One more time. One more time.
All right.
All right, this interview's over. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, live from the phony fan.
What's your name?
We had a great day today. At least I had a great day. I get invited to the Jet Camp today as a guest of Sprint, the phone company, and all of a sudden I hear.
What, are you getting a perk from Sprint? They're going to pay you some money.
Well, I go.
You got to throw Sprint in my face.
I go. I get.
You're with the VIPs.
I get a special invitation.
Noggin?
I get a special invitation to go on the first day that Brett Favre shows up to New York Jet training camp as their starting quarterback, and all of a sudden I hear a commotion. You want to tell me what happened today?
Listen, there are things that go on at these camps, okay, that should just stay in the camp, okay?
Right.
Sort of like Vegas. What stays in Vegas, okay? Bottom line is, your organization is probably the worst in all pro sports, okay? I pay more taxes, and I have to go travel 4 hours to this stadium, and then 4 hours to get out.
To Hofstra?
No, to some called the Meadowlands. That place that they call the Meadowlands out in Jersey.
It was a great day. Brett Favre was out there today.
And how are you thanking Long Island, Hofstra? What are you guys doing as thank you for 40 years of greatness? You're leaving. You're going back to Jersey. And now all you want to talk about is Brett Favre. Let me tell you what's going to happen with Brett Favre. You have taken caviar and you're trying to mix them into a chopped liver sandwich. Okay? Your organization is a chopped liver sandwich. Brett Favre is caviar. This trade should have never ever happened. Back to this. Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is this, is that I love you.
That goes without saying. You're my brother.
This is New York Jets. I respect that.
Jets.
Right. I respect that.
Have I been a loyal Jet fan?
But it should be NJ, New Jersey Jets.
You know what? Who cares?
I care.
Well, that's
I
your
care.
problem.
I'm paying more tax dollars. You had the two richest owners. You had Leon Hess, who could have bought America, okay, but couldn't give the New York fans a New York base. Okay?
Right.
And you have J&J, Mr. Woody Johnson,
right,
who could have basically bought 5 countries and decided to be a landlord and go with the world champion New Jersey Giants.
So you're upset that playing
have your
Jersey.
Parades in Moonachie. Give me back the Jets. He could be the toast of the town. The Jets win the Super Bowl. That's the real Canyon of Heroes. That's what Jet fans want. They don't want to go all the way out to the Meadowlands. You have abused them. You treat them like slaves. You make them go buy all this crap, all this junk. And then at the end of the day, you know what? Here's your thank you. Thanks, drive home safely. 4 hours to get home on that, what do you call that? The Jersey Turnpike over there?
Did the Jets try to get a stadium on the west side of Manhattan?
Listen.
Did they try?
Listen.
Answer my question.
Listen. Did they succeed?
No.
No reason not to when you have the richest owners. You don't need the public's help. You can build it yourself.
They have Bloomberg behind them.
You could build it yourself.
Well, what he didn't want, I guess they didn't want to pony up. What can I tell you?
Exactly. So can I now give you an Oakland Raider jersey and take off that silly Favre jersey and at least here. Can you at least wear the real jersey that here? It's Green Bay. It's Favre. You don't need really. You're embarrassing yourself. This day was not about Brett Favre. This day was about the Jets are leaving Hofstra. We were at one of the last days of Hofstra. After 40 years, they're leaving Hofstra.
Excuse me, sir.
This is caviar.
This
is chopped liver. You mix the two together, you know what you got?
Caviar and chopped liver?
Nothing. And that's what the Jets have. Nothing. Broadway Joe gives the guarantee. 30, 40 years later, this franchise is cursed.
Can I ask you a question?
This is not going to end good.
Can I ask you a question? What kind of cologne do you wear?
I wear my wife's cologne.
Okay. Listen, lovely shirt. I'm glad you're a Green Bay fan. That's very nice. I'm a
football fan, and this is football.
This
is a farce.
Brett Favre
it's a farce.
Brett Favre coming to the Jets is a good thing for the Jets. It's a good thing for New York, and it gives the Jets fans hopes for the coming season. Back to the studio.
Stephen P. Schwartz, live in Green Room headquarters, where we have the great Stephen P. Schwartz, the great legend Brett Hitman Favre, Mr. Green Bay Packer, Super Bowl champion, and Mr. Hofstra himself, Mr. Everything, Mr. Green Room, Mr. Jet, Glenn, AM in the morning, PM at night, Adams. Mr. Hypocrite, if you might not want to use.
Where did you get this thing, by the way?
This thing, I was years ahead of myself. By the way, this is literally missing a caviar with a chopped liver sandwich over here.
Is this an official Brett Favre signature? Actually?
This is all official, by the way, and there's only 150 in the world, and I'm number 84.
Wow, this is
Isn't that nice?
Can I have it? Put aside the fact that Jets played Jersey. Put aside all that. Jets picked up Brett Favre for a conditional draft pick. They will give up a fourth round pick. If they make the playoffs, it's a 3. If they get in the Super Bowl, it's a 2. It's something to that effect. The bottom line is they picked up Brett Favre. Are the Jets a better team with Brett Favre or without Brett Favre?
The universe has changed. Cats and dogs are playing together.
Right.
you've got. Don't you like wake up in the morning and like something's not right?